Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boys Commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. And like you've seen for a number of my videos, I've analyzed where are they now, the 1998 FIFA World Cup team, our teams that qualified for the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in 2011 and 1999, and also the team that went to the Under-20 World Cup in 2001. So I figured, why not do this from the perspective of the women's side? Our only ever appearance at a Women's World Cup, 2019 in France, which was the senior team, because we haven't been to an under-20 or under-17 World Cup. So I figured, why not look at that? Where are they now? Well, let's figure it out, shall we? Let's see exactly what is the deal right now with these girls. Are they at the same club? Are they still playing football? Have some of them retired? Well, let's find out. Let's find out exactly what is the situation in terms of all of these players that actually made the trip to France. Not all of them took the field of play for the tournament, but it's great to see that some of them have made strides from where they are. And let me just say that 8 players of the 23 that made the trip were in university at the time, so not professional, but majority of them have made that transition, which is outstanding to see. So without further ado, let's head between the sticks, and we start in goal with Sydney Schneider. Now, Sydney, at the period of time when she was plying her trade, well, during the World Cup, she was at the University of North Carolina and she had a couple of years left. The good news here is that with Sydney, she is now with professional. She's now with the Washington Spirit in the women's national and WNSL, yeah, Women's National Soccer League. So she's made that transition. Still has a lot of time on her hand, 21 thereabouts. So she's going to blossom into a wonderful goalkeeper as time progresses, and she's certainly shown from her days at the under-17 level. I remember the first time I actually got to watch her in Grenada in 2016, I believe. You could definitely see the talent, height, good positioning on the line, so, and could save penalties as we saw in France. So hopefully she moves from strength to strength and she continues to make good progress in the work that she has been doing, especially club football, and we can be able to see that internationally as well when the 2023 FIFA World Cup qualifiers comes around. Up next in our list, we're going to look at the individual that took the number 2 jersey at the World Cup, I believe. And that individual is Lauren Silva. Lauren Silva, as we know, came on in that match against the Italians. She came on as a second half substitute. I think she got perhaps of a quarter of an hour to play. So during the World Cup, I believe she was at Trondheim's in Norway, and in 2020 she was with the Houston Dash. So we await to see whether she will be plying her trade with Houston Dash in 2021, or if it will be another club. But right now she is on the hunt for a club. So let's see what will happen as time progresses for Lauren, and hopefully it's a scenario where she gets back to a club sooner rather than later. Up next is Chanel Hudson-Marks. Now, Chanel was with the University of Memphis. She's graduated, but without a club. So let's hope that she will be able to find a club quite soon, and we can get to see her playing football and add to the chemistry of the team and be able to add to what we currently have in the team, and we can be able to have all of our players together. That's my only concern right now, to ensure that we have our players playing club football and not only playing at their clubs but also consistently as well. Well, one player who is at a club that we know about for sure is CHANTELLE SWABY. CHANTELLE was with Rutgers University during the time of the World Cup, but she was drafted to the American League, and as we know, signed a deal with Rangers in Scotland quite recently. I was in Scotland about 18 months ago, and Rangers facility is absolutely fantastic. So she's going to have a fantastic time there if she settles down and in a sense of gets first team minutes and enjoys the atmosphere. And eventually, when fans are back, she's going to be greeted to some very, very passionate supporters, arguably some of the most passionate supporters in Europe. Trust me, Rangers fans, they go home and away watching their team everywhere. So she's in for a treat there at Rangers for sure. The captain of our team is the next individual that we're going to look at on this list of 23 players, and that is none other than Kendall Plummer. Now, KONYA Plummer was in university at the time when she was at the World Cup. That was at University of Central Florida. And now she's been drafted to the National Women's Soccer League, the NWSL. And with KONYA, it's the Orlando Pride. You could even see her victory speech and everything. She was in awe of being drafted to the league and a bit overwhelmed when her name was called and came up to do a speech and everything. She was very happy. So that was good that we were able to see her get drafted to the league. So long may that continue, and hopefully she gets to strut her stuff even more in the league. The next player on the list is the young lady that scored for us in the World Cup. Yes, that is Havana Salon. Havana Salon scored against Australia in the World Cup, and as we know, scored in the qualifiers, the Olympic qualifiers, I believe, against St. Kitts and Nevis. Havana, not people may know, so Robbie Earle, born in England, scored Jamaica's first ever World Cup goal. Havana Salon scored Jamaica's first ever goal at the Women's World Cup, born in Hong Kong. Yeah, not the United States, but Hong Kong. Jamaican mother, Cuban dad. Yeah, born in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's the scenario with Havana there. The young lady that wore the number 7 jersey, now 27 years of age, going on 28 around in the middle of May thereabouts. Well, this person we saw throughout the course of qualifying in the United States, in Frisco, I believe, in Texas, and she impressed a lot of Jamaicans and warmed to their hearts based on her technical ability. We saw her in the Women's Champions League and now get to see her up close in Frisco, and that is a very, very special individual. Let me just bring up her picture so you guys remember who this person is. It's CHINYELU Asha. Comfortable on the ball, makes good decisions, and an asset to a team. You want to go to war, you bring CHINYELU Asha with you. Simple as that. Simple as that. So CHINYELU Asha was with Stabæk in Norway, and now she's looking for a club. So hopefully we will be able to find a club for her soon. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to see her playing club football soon. The next person we're going to look at this list played for the Cayman Islands at under 17 level. Yeah, born in Jamaica, but played for the Cayman Islands at youth level. I believe this was 2009. Yeah, 2009. And this is ASHLEIGH Shim. ASHLEIGH didn't play at the World Cup itself, but she was part of the 23. And in 2019, she retired from professional football. Unfortunate. The next person we're going to look at on this list is a person that I remember from under 20 days, and this is from 2011, 2012. That's the first time I had an opportunity. I think the team was playing in Panama, the CONCACAF Under 20 Championship in Panama. I remember the interview that my colleague Brian Lewis did with her, and just impressive, eloquent, astute, and clearly had a solid knowledge of the game and was making some massive strides. And I was hoping she would come back into the senior team in the future, and here she is. That's MARLO SWEATMAN, playing in Hungary. Played in Hungary prior to the World Cup, and now still in Hungary, doing great things. An absolute beast on the ball, absolute beast. If I was a midfielder, well, I was a midfielder. What I should say is that if I was a professional footballer midfielder, I would try to emulate my game off of her tactics, honestly. The type of midfielder I would want to be would be like her, honestly. Because I have the size at 6'5", the strength and everything. So just to be a commanding presence on the ball, that's essentially the type of character I would be, and that's the type of character that MARLO SWEATMAN is. So long may that continue from her aspect, and that she's able to make the strides that can help her continue, because she still has a lot of time on her hands. She was born in '94, so I believe she'll be 27 later this year. Yeah, something like that. 27 in December, I believe. So, yeah, that will be something great to look out for when the World Cup qualifiers comes around. Up next, the mercurial talent, Jody Brown, Montverde Academy to Florida State University, scoring goals for fun, and not even 20 yet. We saw her at the CONCACAF Under-20 Championship last year in the Dominican Republic, and my, this girl is going places. I can tell you that for sure. She's going to go places. Hands down. Hands down, she's going to go places for sure. Up next on the list, none other than KHADIJA Munifa Shaw. 19 goals this season for Bordeaux. 19 goals. And just one behind Marie-Antoinette Katoto of France in the league. Out of contract, I'm not sure why Bordeaux haven't offered her a new deal, but everything falls into place in time. But I've spoken to Manchester United fans in England, and they want her. We want her, you know. But I'm sure she wants to play Champions League football next season, and Manchester United right now are 4th in the league and would have to finish at least 3rd to get there. So we'll see how it goes, you know. But still, we have to see how the summer progresses. Let's see how she ends the season with Bordeaux, and then we can analyze what is next. This is Sasha Campbell, was playing with Maccabi in Israel, World Cup. Now she's looking for a club. Scored goals against Cuba, I remember, in the World Cup qualifiers. Handy player to have in the squad, without a shadow of a doubt. Has that tremendous ability. Now we're going to look at 2 players from one position in particular. And the next player that we're going to look on this list is a goalkeeper. So we had Sydney Schneider. And the other person that played for us in the World Cup was MCCLURE. Nicole, Zion Swifts in Northern Ireland, played for us against Australia at the World Cup, saved 2 penalties for us. And forever will be a living legend, because she played that significant role for us to actually get to the World Cup. Up next, Yasmin Jameson, Papakura City, and now still looking for a team. Massive shout out to her, because she actually watches Reggae Boys come, and she was part of the watch along against the United States quite recently. So I'm glad to see that she was able to watch it, and she'll find a club soon. I have confidence in that. Absolutely, that time will come. You know, it's just a sticky situation now with the pandemic and everything, but she'll find a club. She has time, she has height, so, and she's still young, 22. Yeah, man, should be fine. But she's 23 now. Yeah, but yeah, still very young. Up next on this list, we're going to look at an individual that plays like a left back, left winger for Jamaica. That's what the person that we're going to look at on this list. And this is Denesha Blackwood. From Florida, first school, now to the Houston Dash. Played in the UEFA Women's Champions League with Slavia Prague, went to the round of 16, got eliminated by Arsenal. And now she's in the United States. That's the story right now for Denesha Blackwood. Met her brother prior to the World Cup. Everybody was really excited, her mother and everything. Yeah, they're really, really proud of her. Next on this list is Tiffany Cameron, another big subscriber to Reggae Boys Commentary. Big up, Tiffany. Tiffany was playing in Norway prior to the World Cup, and now plying her trade in Hungary. Scored in the Champions League, scored, I think, a brace on debut. This is the type of character that you need on a squad. And every team would benefit with a Tiffany Cameron in the team. It's just as simple as that. Every team in the world. Because you need that sort of guile, creativity. So Tiffany is doing things. Next on this list, Dominique BOND-FLAZZA, who remember scored that winning penalty kick for us against Panama in the qualifiers, played right back for us at the World Cup, was at PSV, now plying her trade in Iceland. So that's the situation right now with Dominique BOND-FLAZZA. Just a few more players left to go on this list, but it's clear to see that a number of these girls, when they went to the World Cup, were in their early 20s or late teens. So it's outstanding to see that many of them still have time on their hands and can still progress as professionals and have their whole life ahead of them, really. Makes me feel old. So next on this list, we're going to go into defense now. And in defense, it's Allyson SWABY. Allyson SWABY played for us in defense at the World Cup. Roma is where she was, and Roma is currently where she is. So still strutting her stuff, still doing her thing. TRUDI Carta as well. TRUDI Carta was at Roma, but now she's without a club, still looking for a club. Toriana Patterson, pink body in Italy, but she also still needs a club. 27, so still has time to be able to do what she needs to do. Chaina Matthews, it's an interesting story with Chaina. She mother of 2 now, and she's going to benefit from this FIFA maternity program as she returns to racing Louisville this season. Remember her from her time at Washington Spirit, where she notched in around 11 goals in 55 appearances in the league, scored 8 goals for Jamaica. So before the World Cup, Washington Spirit, now she's at racing Louisville. So we're wishing her all the very best, and hopefully she gets up to speed quite well with training and preseason. Certainly a player with tremendous pedigree in front of goal. And now here's another mercurial talent, Olufala Shade Adama-Laken, or shortly Shade Adama-Laken. Yeah, was with US Alliance and now at University of California. The younger sister of Nathaniel, who played for Jamaica at under 17 and under 20 level. Nathaniel for me is, it's still head scratching why he hasn't gotten a national call up yet, but Nathaniel is a goal scorer, and Shade is going to be a versatile player. Well, she is a versatile player. You can play her right, play her left, play her up top. She'll get you goals. I'm happy she got that start against Italy in the World Cup. Maybe there's a couple of nerves why we didn't actually get to see her absolute best, but you definitely saw glimpses of what she can do as a player. So she has a whole career in front of her. And last but not least, Maria Gray, who replaced Kayla McCoy in the squad, still doing her thing at Seattle. She was the replacement in the squad for Kayla McCoy. And essentially that wraps up, Reggae Boys fans, that wraps up things in terms of the squad as a whole. What were your thoughts? You know, are you happy that the progress that these girls have made? Should they have gone even further in their career? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Give it a massive thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary. Take care.